Welcome to my computer build. What I plan on accomplishing with this computer is being able to play games and edit videos. Before, I always had semi-decent computers. These are computers, they have pretty nice processor, but they never had a dedicated graphics card for gaming. So I always had to turn down the graphics all the way to the lowest possible setting. I mean 640 by 480 to even play demanding games like Battlefield 3, I guess. My plan on doing this build is to be able to play games properly. That means playing games to the max setting possible, maybe turning it down a bit, and also be able to edit videos. On my previous computer that I use for editing all of my videos was actually really good on editing videos. So I've used the MacBook Pro 2012. It had 4 gigs of RAM. I upgraded to an SSD. After I upgraded to an SSD, I had no problem editing videos in Final Cut Pro 10. With Apple, they optimized the hell out of the program that it doesn't matter even if you have a pretty bad processor, it still had no problem. I was able to tear through videos with no problem. This computer, I want to be able to edit videos in Adobe Premiere and hopefully use some After Effects. I did try After Effects on my MacBook Pros and it just couldn't handle. Let's start with the parts that I picked for this computer. This is Intel Core i5-4590. It has 4 core and 4 threads. It doesn't have any hyper-threading. 6 megs of cache. It's 3.3 gigahertz base with 3.7 gigahertz turbo. This is like the middle of the line i5. It's not overclockable. It should be fine running an Intel stock cooler. I did not buy any aftermarket cooler. I plan on doing that because I did do Prime 95 and I did see the processor temperature go up to 80 degrees Celsius, but I'm not too worried about it because the ambient temperature right now is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so that could be the result, I guess. So this is the EVGA GeForce GTX 960 super clocked. The problem with this graphics card is it might not be as future-proof because it only has 2 gigs of GDDR5 video RAM. With more demanding games, with more texture packs, I might have some problem, but currently all the games that I want to run, it runs amazingly. It runs most games that I play currently with over 60 frames per second. And one of the nice things about this graphics card is the fan doesn't even spin unless I believe the graphics card goes to around 60 degrees Celsius. It's a really nice graphics card because it doesn't make any noise and I'm very happy with it. The next part is the motherboard. This was based completely on its ability to run Hackintosh. I could have gone with a better deal, definitely, because if you have been looking around slick deals or Newegg, you will probably see a lot of bundles with the i5-4590, 8 gigs of RAM, and motherboard for around $300 or even $280. I couldn't really buy any of those deals because I wanted to run Hackintosh so I could edit some videos in Final Cut Pro 10 and slowly transition into Adobe Premiere. So this motherboard is supported with Hackintosh, and that's pretty much one of the only reason I bought this motherboard. I would have gone with a cheaper motherboard if it was compatible with Hackintosh. I went with 2 sticks of 4 gig, making it a total of 8 gigs of RAM. It's a nice RAM. It's running at 1600 megahertz. My plan is to get 2 more 8 gig stick for a total of 24 gigs of RAM. So right now I only have 2 4 gig stick. For the hard drive, I wanted to get the cheapest, most I guess storage to price hard drive. So this one has 2 terabyte capacity for around $60. I believe I got it for $58. I just ordered it, so I don't have it right now. Right now my configuration is two 2.5 inch hard drive that I pulled out from an old laptop. One 250 gig, the other one is 320 gig. I'm running Windows on the 250 gig and Mac on the 320 gig. For the power supply, I went with the EVGA 500 watt 80 plus certified power supply. This is a component that you do not want to skimp around with because it is going to provide power to your component, and if you do get a bad power supply, the chances of it taking another component with it is very high. So this is a really nice power supply. It's kind of expensive, but it's good for the price and it's quiet. This is the Cooler Master N200. I believe they had a revision about a month ago or so. I bought the case like a long time ago before I even built the computer. So this is the Cooler Master N200. The thing about this case is it actually has pretty nice fans and pretty quiet fans. I didn't even intend my computer to be really quiet, but it turned out to be extremely quiet. Like I said, the graphics card doesn't even turn on the fan unless the graphics card goes up to 60 degrees Celsius. So the whole computer is extremely quiet, even when I'm editing a video while watching a YouTube video and I guess listening to Spotify at the same time. So yeah, I sometimes do that, and it's able to do that with no problem. So now that the build is done, let's talk about performance. Let's start with Final Cut Pro 10. Final Cut Pro 10 ran fine on the MacBook Pro, so this shouldn't be a problem, and it wasn't a problem. It's able to fully preview the videos with full details without any problem. I'm able to add all the effects I want without the computer slowing down even a bit. Final Cut Pro 10 runs extremely well. Let's talk about Adobe Premiere. Like I said, I have an NVIDIA graphics card, and the NVIDIA graphics card does have CUDA cores, so I'm able to utilize the CUDA cores for preview. So it has the Adobe Premiere has Mercury playback engine, which is able to integrate the CUDA cores and be able to preview the video much smoother. So having a good graphics card definitely helps with video editing. I'm able to watch a YouTube video and edit videos at the same time. The limitation right now I have is having only a single monitor, so I can't play YouTube video side by side and be able to completely edit videos. So I have to put the YouTube window down. But if I did have two monitors, this wouldn't be a problem at all. So now let's talk about gaming. Right now I'm playing GTA 4. I played this game a lot in my Xbox 360. I was happy to play in the PC. Plays completely fine, getting over 60 frames per second, and there's no problem. Now let's talk about another game, which is Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 also runs fine, getting over 60 frames per second at all times. This is not the most recent game, so I didn't hope that I didn't think it would have any problem, and it did not have any problem. So this is my complete build. I hope you guys like it. Thanks for watching.